Hello snowboarders of the internet, I'm your host Avran LeFeber, and in this video we're going to be reviewing the wired Devun Walsh Pro model. This board features good old-fashioned traditional camber, so from contact point to contact point you have that arc of traditional camber. That's going to give you all the load, pop, snap, and drive out of this board. This board is available in 151, 153, 155, 157, 158 wide, and 159. I rode this board at Arapahoe Basin on a day that was overcast, flat light, you had snow falling, it was kind of warm snow, you had chopped chunder, leftover pow, crusty pow, ice, just like every type of condition you can get in the spring, and I used my Rome Black Label bindings and my K2 Thraxis boots. This is a stiffer flexing twin. You're gonna notice that right away. You have a very minimal sweet spot at the nose and the tail, and then one right dead center where that core profiling is that wired uses. This just allows you to twist the board a little bit, but by and large, it's a stiffer twin. You feel that. And that kind of helps with the stability of this board. It's damp and smooth, but still remains a little lively from the camber. At speeds, any chatter you get slightly resonates underfoot. I mean, ever so slightly. Like you're gonna feel it very minimally. And when you get into lumpy terrain, it kind of just stays on top of everything and skips over it. If you do hit something at speed, it's got more power to push through it than to get bucked around. As this board is full traditional camber, you have to load it up, and when you do, and you're really pushing into the tail, it's like a springboard, and it just sort of shoots you forward and up at the exact same time. This is a board for launch and side hits. You want to use a little bit of speed on anything you hit. And when it comes to jumps, it's fully at home. Small, medium, large, actually the bigger the better, just with the flex of this board. It's really gonna just boost off the lip if you load it up. And even if you're just being laid back and letting the lip do the work, you're still gonna catch some serious air with this thing. Come here, come here. I need you to do something for me. We're about halfway through this review and I need you to go give it a thumbs up. Then after you do that, if you haven't subscribed already, do that, click the bell, get those notifications. Trust me, you don't wanna miss any of the programming we have coming out for you. This is a stiffer board. It's full of camber. You will be working for any butter you do with it. You're gonna leverage your weight way out over the nose if you do like a 180 into it, or if you're just popping sideways on the tail, you're basically sitting on it. The thing is, you have to leverage it to a point that it engages that flex point right in the dead center of the board, and that's gonna really let you press into it, but it's gonna fight you at the same time. You're going to feel it the whole time you're doing it, and that's also going to provide you with the snap out. So you're really going to be able to pop out of those butters. Now when it comes to jibbing, that's not really Devun's forte anymore. I mean, that's pretty much a given. He's older than me and I'm older than dirt. So what that means is you've got to work a little bit harder to get this thing to press. And when you do, it's going to fight you, but it's also going to give you that snap out. When you go sideways, it really cradles around the feature, doesn't clap out, but it cradles and really locks in. This board is very fluid and smooth edge to edge. It has solid power and rebound from that camber. So when you get it on edge and you drive your knee into the center and push off the tail, it's going to slingshot you out of those turns. When you lay it over, you can really lay it over aggressively. Overall, the side cut is dialed on this board, whether you're doing short, tight, quick carves, medium, mellow carves, or deep, hard, aggressive carves. It's one of those boards that forces you to engage it out at the contact point and really load it up underfoot and then slightly disengage the front and drive the knee into the center to get it to apex the carve. Rider in mind, this is for the person that wants a true twin that can do it all, that's a little on the stiffer side. Like what we're doing over here? Want to support us further? Swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP and become a member. Sure, I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. Since the last time I rode this, they tweaked the flex pattern, and while it's very subtle, it's noticeable. You get a little bit more power out of your snap and your turns, which is nice. This board boosts and it drives hard out of a carve, which is what I like. It's also rad to see that Devun still has a pro model after all these years. He was so influential in snowboarding, and he still is, and his board reflects that. Wired and him working together makes total sense. Comparable boards, the Capita Spring Break Resort Twin, the Jones Tweaker Pro, the Nidecker Sensor Pro. Binding recommendations. the Union Force, the Nidecker Kaon, plus the Jones Mercury. This has been my review of the wired Devun Walsh Pro model. If you're picking one up, why don't you go check out one of the videos for the recommended bindings. That way you can get yourself fully dialed in.